It is my prayer and hope that this video is going to find you when you're doing fine and in good health. I'm also doing fine at this peripheral end, so let me know where you're watching this video from, which country, which continent. I'm doing well at this peripheral end and everything is fantastic. So let's dive in straight away. Guys, I want to start off by asking a simple question. And this simple question is there any problem when husband and wife, partners, girlfriend and boyfriend held presents to each other? Absolutely not. Will there be a sane human being who will feel so agitated when husband and wife are praising each other or just giving a fair commentary or a love commentary to each other? I believe a sane man wouldn't see any other reasons to vex about it, but to also be happy for other people, unless you are jilted. So that one brings us to this stupid boy, or this kind of a silly boy or sly, that is so lazy, that always want to evoke the mindset of the people that is so intelligent, that is thinking big. That is far-fetched. That is not how to think big. It's a cheap propaganda. It's a projection on how some people mindsets are geared. And also it speaks more to the personality of an individual, how somebody was brought up. And again, it's also revealed more and revealed much on JT's gender. I don't want to hit below the belt, but the question is, which way JT podcast? Are you a man or a woman? Because we don't know. I'm just asking, just on a plain note, because your vexation itself warrants such kind of a question. Because your attitude, your temperament, and all your basic demeanor, and your rants, does not commiserate your gender, speaks otherwise. That's why I must ask you the question, which way, JT podcast? What is your problem? So majority of people would ask, Zach, why are you asking JT such kind of questions? I'm asking JT such kind of question just because of a particular rant that JT is having a problem with iam-marwas and the ratio. JT has decided to make ratio the content. JT perhaps wants to replace ratio in that relationship. I will explain. But if you're coming across this video and channel for the very first time, kindly click at the notification bell so that whenever I upload a video, YouTube shall notify you instantly. To my loyal subscriber, may God bless you abundantly. So let's dive into this video. My name is Zach and this is my YouTube channel. So guys, the question is, what is the problem of JT in iam-marwa's and ratio relationship? Because the reasons why I want to speak about this, as a man, there are limits how we can go with the gossip. But this one of JT, it's a lot of shenanigans. It's more of just a gossip. JT sounds so jilted, and JT's problem is iam-marwa presents to ratio. JT started off by saying that ratio has decided at one point to say that he wants to leave iam-marwa. I've tried to search where ratio said such kind of thing. There's nothing. There's no any point that ratio said that he wants to leave iam-marwa and goes her own ways. That one's according to JT's propaganda that is playing in his pod lies. Maybe in JT's mindset, he wants to replace ratio. That's why he must sell this kind of propagandas in his pod lies. Number two, JT came again and tried to cook a kind of a narrative that ratio input when it comes to DIY kitchen is not configured. I've come out loudly to publish such kind of lies to demystify them and showed you that ratio has embraced what Amara is doing in that house when it comes to DIY kitchen being customized. It was Roshu's idea. Amara was brought into the picture, and they were working towards it with the family. But the biggest question, why should JT be bothered how iam-marwas and Roshu, they're calling themselves? When Amara called Roshu the wife, JT wants to cry. JT feels like she's being replaced. And this is why I was asking JT Podcast, what is your problem? Which way, JT? It simply means, what is your agenda? You know something that you don't know? Or what do you pretend to achieve by always picking Roshu at the center of vexations that are never making sense? Why must you lie? Well, I want to restrict this one today because the reasons why I want to tell you this. There's a particular juncture that JT just picked iam-marwa Roshu when iam-marwa was called to come and eat. There is a conversation that was going on that iam-marwa started to give in the praises to Roshu. And the praises was so simple. When iam-marwa was telling Roshu, if Roshu wouldn't be around, he would go with that food. Because iam-marwa just only need a person who would remind him to come and eat. And Roshu has come to fill in the gap. Now, the old story itself, JT has spoken about it and started saying that iam-marwa is begging Roshu never to leave, which means it's a pure lie. So this is the information that we want to start with. Perhaps let's watch iam-marwa and Roshu at this particular juncture when they're partaking their meal going forward, and the vexation and the exudation.
I just arrived home. Time for lunch. Thank God I have a wife, otherwise I would have gone without food. I don't know how I'll survive when she's outside.
No, it's not that I cook, but at least I tell you, I bring you to cook. Food, there will be food.
So this is beans, avocado, eggs, chapat. The richest man in the world.
That's very sweet.
And my daughter is there playing.
Over there, taking their meals with no problem. You know, some kind of fair and lovely commentary that flutters in Roshu. And Roshu, with a smiling face, said, Mara, but you know, I'm not cooking. It's only that I needed your time so that I can present food to you. You know? And Amara said, no, I know, no problem. Because Amara, from quite a number of times, has been so busy when he works. Because you know, when Amara starts working with people and making content, he forgets about himself. He doesn't eat, he doesn't drink water. So if Roshu comes into the life and bridge that kind of gap, and as a man in the family, you need to give a complimentary, a feedback. It was a well-intended feedback for couples. And that was a very good feedback for Roshu, which is so positive, which any human being with a sense of belonging, any human being with the rational thinking capacity, wouldn't descend to just a pure gossip that portends malice. A pure gossip that portends that JT sounds like is jilted. Maybe when JT went to iam-marwa's place, JT had got very big hope. One, he went there, maybe perhaps he wanted to scam people. He wanted to get an audience for easily scamming. JT is running Forex. And you know the issue of Forex and gambling, how it is. Purely scam. But that one backfired. That's why he started turning against iam-marwa. Secondly, JT went to iam-marwa's compound. Perhaps he wanted, imagine he went there before Roshu comes. Was treated well. And if you see a man complaining that he was sleeping under the chairs on the floor with a sleeping bag, which means he wanted to go and sleep with iam-marwa in iam-marwa's bedroom. JT, that place wasn't yours. The place was for iam-marwa's waiting for Roshu. If you see JT podcast, started telling that the likes of Minhawi, the likes of Perez were the ones sleeping in the Amarwa. It tells you a man who is in his mind was thirsting for Amarwas, a cucumber. That could be the only reasons JT is vexing or jilted. And it's the same trajectory JT has taken with Russia. Planning an exit to Russia where Russia has never said. So JT could be sort of fantasizing that Russia is leaving so that he could come back and take the position that Russia has taken from Marwa. That could be the reasons why JT is ranting. You know, that could be the reasons, because a sane man, in his sense, could not dissent this silly kind of opinion, could not dissent this cheap propaganda and fake lies, and people who are being fed by all these kind of silly shenanigans, giving an accolades. How sick you are. So stupid. Never making sense. Guys, the reasons why I'm telling you this, because you'll understand. Perhaps let's watch JT keenly, then you'll understand what I'm saying. And the reasons why I'm asking, which way, JT? What is your agenda? We don't understand you, my brother. Do you want to fill up the Russia's positions in Amara's life? What took you to Amara's place? Now we understand the reasons why you jilted and you bolted out. Because the moment you're bolting out, when Russia started coming and streamlining anything at the villa.
So on your screen, it is Senso and his baby mama. Alright? And I don't know if you guys have realized that lately, Senso is too much trying to call Rocio my wife here, every time. So is he afraid? Is Senso afraid? Is he scared that Rocio is not going to come back? Because I don't understand. Every time I hear Senso putting Rocio on camera, he's like, so guys, this is my wife. So guys, this is my wife. So guys, this is my wife. And Rocio insists every day that she's not married. Of course, we all know that they are not married. So I don't know why Maro keeps calling Rocio my wife instead of something different like partner will make sense. My partner, right? My partner will make sense than calling her my wife. And so, Senso was coming here. Senso was trying to, I don't know how, to praise her, or how can I say, like when you try to pour a lot of praises to someone, what is the best time can I use? What best time can I use when someone is trying to pour a lot of praises to someone? Please give me a very good term that I can use, because Maro was trying to pour a lot of praises to Rocio and say, he's my wife, and my wife is cooking for me and is bringing. I don't know what I will be doing. I don't know what I can do or what I will do if I didn't have this wife of mine. And Rocio was right there telling him, hey, not that I cook. I don't cook, you know that. But I can't just present the food to you, But what Maro is like, I don't know what I'm going to do when Rocio leaves me here. So one way is like telling Rocio, please don't go. Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do without you being here. So is it true that could it be like Rocio is kind of making some good moves? Is Maro worried? All this wife calling, wife, my wife here. So guys, meet my wife Rocio. So guys, meet my wife Rocio. So my wife Rocio is saying this. So my wife Rocio ABC to Z.
It confirms
what about that?
What I'm telling you. And that is what is warranting my questions and begs my questions. JT, which way? What is your agenda? And what is your problem? And according to my diagnosis, I've just come to realize the problem of JT is jilted. Perhaps JT wanted to fill up the Russia's place in Amara's life. JT, what is the problem when Amara started giving pleasantry and commentary to the love of his life? What is the problem when the Amaras and Russia started talking nicely? Which means your main aim, you want Amara either to abuse Russia so that you come and fill in the gap. It could be your problem is your place was occupied And your only rant is Russia to move out. So that you can celebrate that Russia has moved out because you are rejected. It could be. That is what is disturbing you. What is your agitations with Russia and iam-marwas loving themselves? What is the problem when Russia calls iam-marwa husband and iam-marwa calls Russia the wife? It's none of your business. People can call themselves the way they want. All you know, these are the husband and the wife. Any woman who you've gone and introduced to your home, both sides, you know yourselves, given birth through, you are there thick and thin, that one becomes your wife, pending other kind of legal processes. That is it. I want also to ask you a question. If you don't want us to reveal your gender, whom do you want iam-marwa to praise? You want iam-marwa to praise you? Can you fill up the gap that Russia is filling up in iam-marwa's life? Do you have bearded meat and another in between your legs? What are you thirsting for? I know the people whom you always hurl such kind of praises, when iam-marwa is hurling such kind of praises to the wife, the people whom you normally hurl the praises towards to, you can only praise Gintu, because Gintu to you needs such kind of praises. Countless times you've done such kind of praises is the Gintu. You can only hurl such kind of praises to fellow men like you. That's why you want to be having the problems, if you get to them. Such kind of praises, you'll be fine. When Gintu also is giving you back such kind of praises, I think that one will make you happy. Because I can't see when a man gets so vexed or livid to a point when a man is praising the wife, then JT gets so vexed. It could be a woman, then it's fine. You said maybe a woman maybe wanted some kind of arrangement with iam-marwa. But because Russia is filling up, therefore some women would feel jilted. I would be very fine when AM Carol on training and all other kinds of negative naysayers who are women and ladies vex. But I didn't expect JT. Perhaps JT wanted such kind of praises. And I've just told you that JT is so comfortable when he's getting such kind of praises from Gintu, or is giving such kind of praises to the likes of the Magis, because these are the people that JT has high value for. These are the people that JT is speaking as role models. These are the people that JT is looking up to. These are the people in the eyes of JT are people of good morals, you know. So there's nothing completely. So that kind of video itself has given you how JT is lying, how JT is guilted big time. So guys, let me know what you think at the comment section. Until next time, this is Celia.